It's still Niger Delta today on ADBN television, and today we're going to look at a particular set of people who form a major part of national and regional development in Nigeria. We're talking about the youth, as today happens to be International Youth Day, with the theme From Clicks to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. And for that, we have in the studio members of the God's Family of Champions Foundation, and the person of Miss Janet, Pastor Jules, and Miss Bright. You're welcome. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
It's nice to have you in the studio. Now, we're talking about sustainable youth development. So can you quickly, Pastor Jules, walk us through the digital pathway that could actually lead to the achievement of this development for the youth?
All right, so we live in a digital world, and of course everybody knows that. It is the Gen Z, and it is important we understand that digital skills are very essential in execution in this digital age. All right, so it's important that as youth we engage in acquiring soft skills, acquiring hard skills, and acquiring tech skills. You know, these kind of skills are the skills that will position us and make us impactful and relevant in this digital age. So the best way to be positioned is to ensure that you invest in self-development. I keep saying this, all right, our relevance is attached, are anchored strictly to self-development. So investing into acquiring soft skills, investing into acquiring hard skills, investing into acquiring tech skills will help us to be relevant and maintain this sustainable development even in this digital age.
Okay,
yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Janet, now we're talking about acquiring all of these skills. In the Niger Delta, do you think this climate, this environment is enabling for the youth of the region to acquire the skills he has mentioned?
Of course, every region you find yourself, every place you find yourself is enabling. Now, it depends on how you're able to tap into the potentials of such a region. So no matter where you are, you do not have any excuse as to not to, get into these things, because the internet is not situated in the ground like our crude oil. The internet, you could catch it anywhere you are. So I feel that our Niger Delta, irrespective of everything that we feel could be a limitation, is still offering the beautiful space for young people to tap into the potentials of digitization.
Okay, and what have you been doing with regards to that? Because I don't know how many tech hubs we have in this region that can accommodate the number of youth we have in the Niger Delta. So what has been the effort of your foundation in making sure that the youth of the Niger Delta get this digital tech skills and all of this we've just mentioned?
Okay, first of all, we are a youth ministry, as we've mentioned, and of course, since our starting, we have engaged in various trainings for young people first in our foundation. And so we spread our tentacles to people outside, calling on those interested to come and then be trained. We do not sometimes take the 100% payment for the training. We liaise with people who are already skilled in the foundation, in the team, our partners, and so we organize a training most times free of charge for young people who are interested. It begins little by little. We may not be able to capture the whole region at the moment, but I feel that the little impact created from single people, will resonate.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Ms. Bright, let me come to you. Now, she just mentioned the fact that you guys have done a lot when it comes to creating this enabling environment for the youth. Now, you have worked with them for a while. What can you say? How can you categorize the mindset of the Niger Delta youth, and how have you been able to change the mindset from what they know to what you want them to know?
Okay, what I've noticed, they are eager to learn.
Okay.
They are always eager to learn. They are just looking for opportunities that offers themselves so that they can be able to key in. So the foundation has been able to groom the youth in that aspect. And we've seen so far so many positive responses from the youth due to the engagement that we've done so far, and there have been positive responses. So I've noticed that the youth of nowadays, they don't want to sit down, they want to go, they want their voices to be heard. And now the theme is digital pathways to sustainable development, and that's a very good thing for this year. You can, with just a few clicks, you can do something better with just a few clicks on your phone. So that's really a voice for the youth nowadays, because technology is really advancing. So with this, we can key into the future.
I wouldn't want to say we have some disadvantaged youth amongst us, But what about those who do not have access to internet and they do not have smartphones that could actually help them use the internet, surf the internet, and be what they want to be? How do you encourage those parts and how do you support them? Mr. Jules?
All right. So as a foundation, we have on-site activities, right, mostly for that category of persons who are not privileged to have access to internet. And of course, one of the empowerment we also do, apart from knowledge investment, is also to help them get access to the internet. Right. So we have empowerment where we will help you. We help some of the beneficiaries and members of the foundation to get smartphones, give them access to internet, all right, MiFi and Wi-Fi and what have you. Yes, for free. Of course, it's a foundation, it's a charity organization, and we have sponsors and partners. All right. So these are some of the things we do to bridge that gap between where they are and access to the internet. I think that's the best way.
You know, someone cannot dream or envisage to be in a place he or she is not aware of.
That's correct.
There are some youth in the region who are not aware of this digital pathway you're talking about. They are in the interlands, the rural areas. How do you get across to those ones? Because I think they are majorly in need of what you're talking about here today. So how do you get across to those people? Do they really need to come to you or you go to them?
All right, so we go into it's a foundation, and the vision of the foundation is to help youth discover their purpose and fulfill their purpose. We do a lot of activities that mostly centers into rural areas, all right, places that the dungeons, and the first thing we do is to advocate for digital literacy, because we understand that if you are literate digitally, then you can have access to every other kind of information. So yes, we go to them, and the first thing on the agenda, if you want to ask the first curriculum, is digital literacy. All right, so we teach you how and the essence of having this understanding of what digitalization is and how to use the internet, and afterwards we empower them and then go back to headquarters in quotes and then begin to work with them virtually. Okay,
Ms. Bright, let me put this to you now. With the 2024 International Youth Day upon us, what exactly is your plan, or what have you started that you need to enhance or bring to fruition with this year's 2024 Youth Day with regards to all of this, the digital pathway and all of that? What have you done, or what do you intend to do that's going to be beneficial to the youth of this region?
Okay, what we've really done, we've started something of recent, that is like sponsoring opportunities, sponsoring the youth if they want to go into learning a tech skill or anything. Because
for this year, that's what you do generally. For this year,
we've started it and it's still in progress. So that's what we've done, so that anyone that is interested can come in, learn this skill, and then use that skill to harness his or her voice in the digital pathway.
So are we sticking to the regular age limit for the youth, or do you have your own age limit?
No.
Age range for the youth?
No, we don't.
You don't have any age range for the youth, because some people usually say from 18 to 30, others say 18 to 45. So whatever age is okay with you, and you're willing to work with the person.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I let you go, Ms. Janet, can you give us a last word?
Okay.
Just to mark this day, make it special.
To young people out there, as we commemorate this year's International Youth Day, I'd like you to know that you can be anything you want to be. You are strong, you're resilient, you've got the creativity, you've got the idea, you've got the innovation, and you've got the space. So why not take the stage and show the world what you've got? And with God on your side, I tell you, the sky will just be a starting point.
Okay, Ms. Bright, your parting shots directly to the women, because there's this issue of women shouldn't go into the tech space and all of that. So what do you have to say to the women specifically?
It's a free world.
Okay.
So what a man can do, as a woman can do better. Let me use the word better. Because you look at the women in our world today, they are doing extremely well with tech and everything. So I would advise all the young girls, all the ladies, all the women out there to take technology seriously, and then they'll be able to advance with that.
Okay, and like they say, the women first. So I'm coming to you. Lastly, Pastor Jules, your parting shots.
All right. Invest in self-development. Don't be intimidated. Don't have the mindset of get rich quick. Life is a process, and when you follow the process, you will have the progress. And when you have the progress, you will end up having the blessings and the results. So to the youth out there, happy International Youth Day, and my advice is one step at a time. Embrace digital literacy, because the pathway to sustainable development. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for coming on the program. And I've been with the members of the God's Family of Champions Foundation. I must commend you for the work that you're doing,
Thank
and I
you
say
so much.
more grace
Thank you
in all of
very
this
much for having
success.
us.
Happy International Youth Day to
Happy
you.
Thank you.
International Youth Day, Fashion Family.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the
Thank
program.
you so much for
And we'll
having
bring
us.
you more on youth empowerment right after this break. Don't go away.